I'm actually sitting in the garage right now. Hope you guys can see me. Hope it doesn't look too dark because it looks dark in my sunglasses. So this is that time of year where it's starting to warm up again here. It has been bitterly cold for so long. It seems like so long for me. But it's that time of year that we have to take a look at what's in our garage, what we need, start to reorganize it. It seems like it's just a catch-all for a lot of different things, and that's what I'm out here doing today. So, I'm sitting on the back of the golf cart here, and I just wanted to stop in and say hi to you guys, and hope that everyone is doing okay. And I hope it is warming up, and wherever you're at, we did experience some plants that had died because of the coldness. We're still trying. We've only been down here. We're going on our third year, and it just seems like every time we plant something, we're so used to, we should basically be covering up our plants, if you will. And there's one that I'm looking at right now that we had outside. We put them in the garage. Even the garage still gets cold. But also too is when it does warm up, we take them out. And let me see if I could show you what I'm talking about. And this poor little plant right here, it's really a house plant that we kept by the pool. And when it gets really hot here, this thing is thriving, and it's not going to make it. I'm trying to figure out to save it or not. My husband went to the Lowe's, so maybe transplant some of these. I've got more of these that we had around the pool. And it seems like we lost our green thumb with some of these here. And here's another one. The roots are just all over the place. It's really windy here. I've got one back there. We're trying to save them. And if you guys have any ideas, just let me know. What do you think? So it is warm out here. We've got some people that are actually cutting their grass. First time I heard a mower in months. And let's see if I can flip this back around here. It is a beautiful windy day today. So yeah, I'm taking a look at my garage. It's a mess. I'll show it to you. So we have bikes and all kinds of stuff. My husband does want a shed. I've been postponing it until we get our boats sold. We decided to I am really trying hard to let go of it. Emotional stuff. It's always with the Pisces. There's something emotional about it. But our boat is a pontoon boat. I bought it, named it after my sister, which is Bonnie, and it's like my Bonnie lies over the ocean. I just love that. But we are getting older, and it's harder for us. When we were on the lake, it was perfect. We just go down there, pull it out of our dock, and off we went. Now that we don't have the dock, we've got to take it to someplace, and we don't put it in the ocean, obviously. They have some mower kid going by. We happen to have a kid here, and I'm sure some of you guys have it, that just drive up and down on their lawnmowers. Let me see if I can show it to you. I don't want to show him per se, but I'll just show you what he's doing. And he's on the spectrum. And a lot of people in the neighborhood don't know how to handle him. And I just say, just let the kid be, seriously. And I see Colette Shea is out there, 455. Hi, Janine. You make a simple greenhouse, use plastic, maybe off the fence, etc. Yeah, we tried that also. Thanks for the idea, Colette. That's fantastic, actually. And any case, I got distracted with the kid going by. So we're gonna work on this, improving these much better here. The other thing is with the kid that's out here. I don't have a problem with him. I just think kids go through phases, whether they're on the spectrum or not. And why we happen to be in an area where it's older people. I'm old, for God's sakes. I don't really care. I think it's great. He's out there. He's outside most of the time, and that's the way it should be with these kids. But you're always going to have somebody who's going to bitch about this kind of stuff. So there you go. Anyways, back to the garage mess. I don't want to get back to the garage mess, but here it is. It is here. So if we sell the boat, these type of things, well, my vest and stuff will have to go. The e-bikes stay. I need to use them more. We have so many chairs. We just have way too much of stuff. It's crazy. So I'm going to be looking at cleaning up the garage within the next couple of days with the help of my husband, because I shouldn't be in the garage, according to him. How many of you have husbands that are like that? Um, and I like Colette's idea of make a simple greenhouse, use the plastic, maybe off the fence. Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. So I'm going to look into that. We have some neighbors that have, they take their, it's weird. They have these greenhouses all throughout winter, and I'm not sure what they're growing. Maybe potatoes, because potatoes grow in the winter, and stuff like that. So we've tried looking into getting a greenhouse. We tried looking into getting a shed, and everything is just uber expensive, as most of you guys know. And so there you have it. So I've got to figure out uh, maybe just cutting down this plant. Um, it's going to start warming up here. Maybe it'll bounce back. My husband's like, throw it in the garbage. So if you guys, who else has a green thumb? Colette, what should I do with this one here? I know it's a house plant, but we kept it out by the pool all year long, and it actually was much higher. And the leaves are bad. This is almost like one of those apps that say, don't kill it, don't cut off the leaves, don't do this. This is what you do with them. So we're gonna try to figure this all out, and we're just gonna be cleaning up a lot of things around the house. Now that this is a good time of year to do this, because otherwise it gets really hot and humid, and we have to, like, one more month before I start feeling uncomfortable. So with that said, I just wanted to, I'm going to sit here for a minute. Just wanted to say hi to you guys and see how everyone is doing. And let me just come back to you and just kind of talk with you. Colleen is out there. She said, I threw out a bunch of stuff from my garage last week when it was nice out. Was it nice there in Chicago? Where's those Chicago Bears going? I know you don't care, Colleen, but I do. I don't think they're going to go to Indiana. Let's hope not. They bought Arlington Park Racetrack. It's a beautiful piece of land that's there. And I remember Arlington Park. I only went there a couple of times because of friends of mine that like that kind of thing. But yeah, the politics in Chicago are off the charts at this time, right? Yeah, you know what? We have a garage sale coming up. It's part of our community. It's actually a shared community. There's another community next to us. We're small. We're a small community, about 110 homes. Everybody kind of keeps to themselves. Not everybody gets involved in the garage sales. I would have to say a very small percentage do. But maybe they will now that they know that the next community over to us is going to be involved, and that's probably 300 or 400 homes. That's a lot of traffic. But I figured, instead of throwing it out, I'm just going to, nickel and dime shit back like they used to, right? Let's see here. Sea Star. I have a new mini greenhouse coming next week. Woo woo! She says, I have my lights in seed trays, and my seeds have been ordered. I can't wait to get planting. Yeah, I know. Everybody, this is what? This is crazy weather is what this is. So if you're in Chicago and you're looking at getting a greenhouse and getting your seeds started, that means you're ahead of the game. Your timing is perfect. Of course, my girls out here who do follow me, they know their shit. And this is the time that I usually get the seeds going inside the garage. The garage will start warming up because the garage faces south, where a lot of the heat is, coming from, versus the back of the house. I normally like doing my lives in the backyard, but it's too cool back there. And I thought I'd just open up the garage and whoa. My husband always tells me he cleans it all the time. Let's see what he's got going over here. I just spotted something that I thought he said he threw out, but he's got it near the garbage. You guys see this? It's got flowers on it. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to let him throw that out. So yeah, I don't like to micromanage him, but there's times where I'm always surprised by certain things that are going on out here. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys today. We have Cheryl out there. Hey Cheryl, how are you doing? Take the pictures of the plants and chat GBT the pictures to see what to do to save them. I didn't know that was a thing. A lot of people are using AI. I use Grok, but I could use Chat GBT. I think my niece uses that a lot. How many of you guys out there use the Chat GBT? Cheryl says hello back. I wish I could put up here what you guys are saying. But so this is real interesting. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about this. I happened to be out on X this morning and I saw this video of this guy who is basically saying he uses AI. The AI, this is the way I think he phrased it, and I'll try to show it next time I'm near my computer. AI can remote view, and he was trying to prove it, okay? So his remote viewing, he basically would ask, what is, like in my room and stuff like that, and it was like he was having a conversation with him. First of all, it was really creepy because he had the voice on it. Second of all, I thought, I'm going to go to Grok. I'm going to go see what Grok has to say about this to actually see if this is a thing, if it's possible. So Grok comes back and says, we are training AI specifically on our own computer, on who we are. It's got all the information. If you want to go in there and say, where's a pizza place? You use an AI. Where's the closest pizza place to me? And you got to tell it where you live and stuff like that. So now it's gathering information on you, right? And so basically what Grok came back to say that this guy who's basically claiming that AI can do remote viewing is basically has trained his AI and has probably mentioned things that are in the room at some point in time or set it up to do it that way. Because when I saw this, I said, how much bullshit can people put out there? How much bullshit can people believe? And there's a lot. There really is a lot. So in any case, that was one particular situation, and I just thought, people are going to rely more on this AI stuff. Not that it's bad. It's good for like whoever just mentioned, ask about the plants. Take a picture of it, ask about the plants, if you could save it, what species it is, that kind of thing. That to me is information that I probably don't have to buy an app for to get, right? And so the suggestion, I think was from Cheryl, was just use the chat to do that, the GBT chat. All right. Those things are really good, but when we start to rely on something outside of our intuition, there's things that are going to be unknown to all of us at some point in time. And that is when you basically have to start using, rely more on your intuition, rely more on what you think is right, rely more on whether or not you're seeing something that is bullshit. And, just kind of go with it that way. I think the baby boomers out there don't believe in a lot of the stuff out here, but you got other generations that will. And, there's other generations that continue to blame the baby boomers for the economy, for the way things are. Yeah, we do have a lot of people in Washington, D.C. that probably should have retired. But we're finding out just as much as any other generation about shit at this time. It's not like we had hidden secrets and we kept it from people. What was hidden was Tartaria. What was hidden was the 1800s from us, before the world fairs. People, before you start blaming the baby boomers generation, do your research and go out there and see what is actually what they call a reset. They reset so often, they wipe things out and they remove information. All the fires that went on at one particular time, the Chicago fire back in late 1800s. There was also Detroit. There were six states, I do believe, that were on fire at the same time. Think about this. Were there dues back then? How do they get this? How did they get those fires going? And why did they raise the buildings to make this thing happen? So those are the type of things that you can't just blame one generation. Maybe blame a group of people that were power hungry, and so on and so forth. I didn't want it to turn into this, but it's just stuff that just I see all day long, and so I decided no X today, no social media today. I'm basically living. I'm living and cleaning and stuff like that. Let's see what you guys have out here. I'm going to come back to my little seat. Actually, went out to the mailbox to see if we had any mail. Holy moly, we didn't pick up in a couple of days. So I got to go through all that too. Charlene, or Colleen, and Charlene are talking to each other. We have, is it Matthew out there? They erase all the history about the giants. Yes, they have. About the red-headed giants, about Tartaria, the floods, go on and on. But let me tell you, this is not going unseen. There are so many channels out on YouTube right now, and they show them in like black and white. And they've got, it's a British guy that's talking. One is Tartaria. All this stuff used to be out on hidden channels, like Telegram and stuff like that. Now it's all out there, and I think some of it's been out there, but not with the detail of information that we're getting today. So I am actually revisiting these, and I've got a list of these channels that I've been watching about this information that's out there. Why do they have to reset? Why could they build all these world fairs with elaborate details in these buildings that took the buildings were erected very quickly and they were taken down very quickly. And why do they do it? Why through certain fires, some, census were burnt and others were saved? Those are the type of things. What are they hiding from us? What is it that they need to hoard from us, I guess is a good word. Let's see here. All right, so I just wanted to bring that to you guys. I'm already like 15 minutes into this chit chat. Let's see here. Colleen says we have. She says that we have. I think I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Shihoka Mounds here in Illinois, where they have found giant bones. She said she went there a couple years ago. And that is Colleen saying that in Illinois. There is a lot in Illinois. Yeah, there really is. Let's see here. Oh, any case. All right, so I have to get back and take a look at everything. I got to put some things back into the boat if we're going to sell it. My husband's already got the plans for the money, wants to buy a big shed. I don't want to do that. I'm actually thinking this was a boat. The money that I got this boat from was a gift from my mother, who's no longer with me. So I was thinking, it's time for Italy, right? It's time for me to enjoy it. I'm tired of putting money into a house. Yes, it makes life easier. We don't use our garage for any cars whatsoever because the weather here is you can keep your car out all year round. It's not like Chicago. You got to garage a lot of shit. And even in Chicago, a lot of people don't put their cars in. But I'm thinking I've got a birthday coming up next month. And I think it's time that I start living the life that I dream about instead of, just always buying material things. Maybe, buying a trip might be something that I think is good for me, but time will tell. All right, let's see here. That's all that I have. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. Please share, like, and subscribe. And have a wonderful day. And then we'll see you guys real soon. Bye now.